Adventures of X and H, X squared. X and H are best friends. Unfortunately, they don't get to see each other often. When they do, it's matherific. However, X's mom, f of X, wants the great pair to hang out with X's aunt, f prime of X, and cousin, Slope. It's going to be a blast. Too bad they have to find Slope first. In order to find their new friend, X and H have to join up in the definition of derivative. For time purposes, they will use x squared from what f of x gave them. And you'll use the equation f prime of x equals the limit as h is approaching 0 when f of x is replaced with f of x plus h minus the original f of x over h. With this formula, it will be easy to find slope. With x equipped as x squared, x and h can get to finding slope. F prime of x equals x plus h squared minus x squared over h. Now that they've started the journey, following through the basic steps should get them where they need to be. So you start off with f prime of x equals the limit as h is approaching 0 of x plus h squared minus x squared over h. Then you follow out by multiplying the x plus h squareds together to equal f prime of x equals the limit as h is going to 0 is x squared plus 2xh plus h squared plus negative x squared. Now if you notice, some of the x squareds go away. Now it's going to equal f prime of x equals the limit as h is going to 0 2xh plus h squared over h. Then you can take the h's out of factoring them out to get f prime of x equals the limit of h is going to 0 h times 2x plus h over h. Since there's an h on both top and bottom, we can cross it out to equal f prime of x equals the limit of h going to 0 2x plus h. This is where we must part in order for x to find her cousin and aunt. Replace h with 0. Since you replaced h with 0, the final equation is going to equal 2x. Now x knows what f prime of x equals and what the slope equals at any point along f of x equals x squared. Now we have for the advanced learners page where you can take the shortcut by taking the exponent, lowering it to the front, and then taking the original exponent and subtracting 1. So then you know that f prime of x equals 2x.